Welcome back to Pulp Cthulhu. Here for another week. Where we left off.
They don't let us out.
Don't let us out. We live in this fucking box.
Yeah.
Let us
We're
out.
trapped in here. That's the real mystery.
Another week.
I woke up at Bodie Smalls woke up at Charles Gray's house. He wasn't there. He did exploring. Went down to his basement. Found a very strange drawing. Did some more exploring up in the study. Found some keys. Went to his elevator and found some secret floors. And he went down and discovered some things he probably wish he didn't see. Noticed some weird webbing under the earth, and went exploring for a good solid 8 to 16 hours. Wound up in Egypt. Found a weird ritual. Escaped out of that. Almost dying, basically. Mm-hmm. Waking up in a taxi.
I forgot that happened.
Yep.
Supposedly, Charles Gray is the one who saved him. Question mark.
We don't believe it.
Then me and
Suspicious.
me and Parker went to do a deal. Got ambushed by the guys in suits. That went south very quickly. We escaped though. We got back to the house. Then Charles Gray showed up.
This is where you found some mysterious... Benny found some mysterious...
Yeah, Benny found some mysterious liquid.
Terrible thing to find in a bar, by the way.
Charles Gray came to the house. He seemed acting very suspicious. We tried calling his ass out. Worked and didn't work. He's very suspicious to us now. We're probably not at the top of his locking list.
Yeah. I think that's what. I think that was it.
I think that kind of covers it all. If you want to take it away, Brian.
So, it's been about a week since then.
What day is it?
What day is it?
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
No, what month? What date?
Okay. It is November 25th.
Which isn't a Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
In 1920. I'm looking it up real quick.
He doesn't know. It might actually be a Monday.
It might actually be a Monday.
Because I'm not a Monday.
I'm right.
I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
It is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Okay, so it's Thursday.
Yeah.
They're basically the same day. Let's be honest. So
when you work
in the week that's passed,
mm-hmm.
A few things have happened. Mm-hmm. First off, you said, Parker, right? Mm-hmm. You said that you want to go.
You as I point.
Yeah.
You have to adjust
Who's
to that.
you? Is this a new character?
So, Parker, you wanted to make sure that deal with Melvin was finalized.
Yes.
That time.
Make sure the goods actually got where they were going.
And having gone back to the train yard after everything happened, it turns out that the booze was not harmed in any way. They left it alone completely.
Nice.
Your men who basically stayed there, were part of the shootout. One of them was severely burned.
Mm.
However, it seems like as soon as you and Melvin left, the people in the vans quickly made pursuit and didn't bother with the people shooting.
Interesting. Mm.
So, yeah, they didn't have any... They didn't care about the booze at all. So, it's all fine. It's all intact, and you do manage to sell it.
Also, just want to talk about that real talk. When you tell someone who's in a position beneath you to do something and they don't do it, run! We'll protect the booze, boss. It's okay. That is a mood right there. Workplace mood. Can you do this? Don't worry. We did not do the thing you told us to do. Okay, so. Cool, that shit happened. Gucci.
You do manage to sell the booze.
Yep. Melvin owes me a room tour.
Melvin also... he basically says that he's a little busy right now as far as, the room tour, but he does want to talk to all of you because he knows that you're in with a certain type of crowd.
Yeah.
So he sets that up. That meeting is actually going to be today.
Oh.
Us?
Yeah, everybody. All you guys.
We're investigators.
Yeah.
This guy,
Our team of investigators.
that we fell ass backwards into.
Yeah. We did not choose the investigator life. The investigator life chose us.
Yeah, that's how it happens. That's how it happens a lot of times. Also, in that time, there was a rather odd earthquake.
Don't like that.
Cool.
The egg is hatching.
So, the earthquake was a very low,
Magnitude.
very low magnitude, but it was felt across pretty much the entire United States, as far as everyone can tell.
That's the worst when you're like playing Pokemon. It's like that shit was supposed to hit so hard. That was supposed to win me the match. He's earthquake and it just
Magnitude 1 and just like does 2 HP.
and you're like, bruh.
So very low magnitude earthquake, but it seemed to be across the entire United States as far as anyone can tell. Possibly out of the country as well, but that's not.
How do we hear? Do we hear the like through the news?
Yeah.
Do we feel it?
You felt it. Yeah, you definitely.
Exactly.
But how we know that it was felt all around the United States through the news?
Yeah, via the news.
Thank you, New York Times.
It's just sort of a kind of an odd thing that happened. No one was hurt. Minor property damage here and there, but doesn't really matter because it's over now. It was weird.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit in the 20s.
Yeah, pretty much.
But.
And aside from that, also when starting back up, I take it you're all probably at Benny's house.
Yeah. That's where the plans. That's where the plans happen.
Yeah.
Fortifying.
Have you updated your corkboard recently?
I haven't had a lot of opportunity to.
Wait, do you? No, you left.
Is there like newspaper clippings of any like stories that I've participated in? Like the murder of Charles Gray. Henry Adler. Sorry, Henry Adler.
Not yet.
There's definitely newspaper clippings.
Yeah. Then I'll put like some clip, like a clipping of that up, and I'm sure there was a shootout. There was that was probably in the fucking news, like the shootout at the warehouse.
Was the train station?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The shoot up at the train station.
Yeah. Putting some.
It's being reported as more gangland arson, which is something that's been mentioned a lot lately.
I've got like pictures of like I bought the paper, then clipped out the pictures and
tacked it up.
Yeah.
So before we get back to current day, is there anything that anyone wants to have done in that past week?
Yeah, fortify the house.
Okay.
Make the house
How
as
exactly
winded.
do you go about fortifying the house?
Yes.
Make sure.
A moat with alligators.
Yeah. Just like during the week, like make sure the locks and stuff are, new and not going to just get broken into super easily. Things like
bar
that.
The windows.
Not bar the windows or anything like that, but just make sure. Make sure that like nothing,
Gatling gun.
The doors.
Mounted on pigeons.
The doors are pretty solid and sturdy.
Okay.
Well, you can buy yourself a Gatling gun.
I've more so been kind of like I've stayed in my room more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got the thinking of the how I basically traveled across the whole world and went up below the earth. That's kind of on the old dome.
Yeah. You're almost to a point. Probably feel like you're the only one that really believes the just entire scope of what you experienced.
Yeah.
And when you came back, they were kind of like, "Oh, that's a neat story. Were you out drinking?" So, might feel a little isolated in that.
I remember the first time I did meth.
And I want you to roll a sanity check.
Fun.
Actually.
Feeling the power. Oh god.
Drop.
Everyone screams.
He succeeds because it's 100.
Okay.
He does succeed because it's 100 because you can't. Yeah.
I know.
That's good on these things.
Wait, he succeeds with 100.
He rolled a 100.
No, that's a fumble.
Fuck, you fumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
You're thinking of character.
I don't know. I didn't think that you could fumble a sanity check.
Yeah, you can fumble it.
You fumbled the sanity check. I'm sorry.
So,
Rest in peace.
during the nights after, you are haunted by horrible nightmares. It's really strange because these nightmares are extremely vivid, but also things that almost happen to you, like falling into the volcano, for example. You have a brief moment when you wake up where you're fairly certain that did happen, that you died there, and you wake back up and you're, still alive, but
Are the things I'm seeing, is that the things I did see, or is that something new coming in?
No, pretty much all of these nightmares that you're having are things that happen to you. It's almost like you're experiencing deaths that you could have had. So, for example, one of them is when the Wendigo stabbed its hand through your chest. That comes out the other side and you see yourself fade away.
Yeah.
Or you fall into the volcano and instead of finding yourself waking up in the cab, you just land in the lava.
Yeah, I found myself on the old barbecue,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat style.
Just essentially dreams like that, but they're so vivid that like when you wake up, you can still feel yourself burning or feel the the hole in your chest and life draining out.
I've had a dream like that.
You don't lose any sanity points, but you're definitely you're a little bit
on the edge.
Yeah, you're a little on edge, and for the first couple of hours after waking up each day, including the current day, you're going to be rolling a few checks with penalty.
Cool. So guys, let's just chill around the house for 3 hours.
3.
I mean, that is valid. It's just drink some coffee. You're just getting horrible rest.
3 to 4 hours approximately.
Yeah, every time you wake up and you're just like...
Our adventures don't start until round 2.
Man, sounds great. Need some boozy coffee. Come here. Come to the kitchen. That seems to be a Benny special.
Yeah.
So, you would all wake up on Thursday.
Thursday, November 25th, 1920.
Yes.
Thank you.
To a knock on the door.
Uh-oh.
I'll get it.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna do I have a little peephole?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to check the peephole first.
Dr. Gray.
And I'm gonna open the door.
Mistake!
He's looking somewhat almost timid to a point.
I put the fear of God in him.
It's the first time that he's come back since you had that conversation. You see in his hand the familiar briefcase that has the treatment.
But I put the fear of God in him.
You
had a falling out. It's kind of awkward, but he's like,
Did Benny put the fear of God in him? Yes or no?
Does Charles Gray answer to a god?
Is he making eye contact with me?
He strikes me as an atheist.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Is he making eye contact with me?
Yeah, he is. Okay. He just looks a little bit like,
okay.
You guys had a falling out. It's a little awkward that he's here, but it's
I'm gonna let him
necessity. Yeah, he steps inside, doing well, I hope.
Yes. I was just wondering if you've done any research into the vial that I gave you.
Yes, I did look into it. It appears to be a highly concentrated strain of the infection.
Cool. Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
That's what they injected.
Cool.
Melvin with... One day I'll get this name.
Yeah, Melvin.
Martin.
Ripley.
Oh.
Yep.
Did you tell him where you got it?
No, I did not.
No.
Good.
Where did you happen on it? I'm wondering.
Uh-oh.
It's not very important now, is it? What's in the briefcase?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
It's the treatment, I've come to make sure that you all don't die a horrible death.
Oh, how sweet.
Cool. Well, come on in. Make yourself at home.
What a sweetheart.
We have coffee.
He steps inside. I could go with some coffee. I'm having a...
He literally looks over and Bo and Parker both tilting alcohol into their cups.
That's how you handle being in a Pulp Cthulhu campaign.
Yeah.
Is you take up hardcore drinking.
Some smoke. So I'm sitting there with my good Irish coffee and it's smoking. Just.
I'm going to hand him a cup of coffee that hasn't
Yeah.
been spiked.
He takes a sip of it and he says,
Carefully.
He just like pour me some.
Bo, regarding what you saw in my basement, I want to extend an offer to you all. I realize that I have been less than trusting with you, but I have my reasons.
Sounds like I put the fear of God out.
Well, now that it's out in the open, are you gonna tell us about it?
Well, I can only tell you so much as I know.
That's fair.
It would appear that the Earth is in fact hollow. The interior is almost... it's hard to describe, but you can move around quickly across the globe if you know where you're going.
I think this is more benefit to me and Parker because Bo fully understands this, hence why he took 25 points of Cthulhu Mythos.
Yeah.
This is for our benefit more than anything.
We'll get you up to date.
So, it would be perhaps useful for you all to use. You can move around the world very quickly. And also, if you would like to look around my home and see if you can find anything that might help you find Annabeth. I realize there may be clues that I'm missing.
What was the cold room on the subfloor one?
That used to be her room.
Yikes, first off. I keep my daughter locked in the basement.
Yeah, and the drawings.
That was something...
Does he also check to make sure her hymen's intact?
Oh, Jesus. That was something of an obsession of hers.
I didn't know that Dr. Gray was a rapper.
Well,
I know, right? Oof. It's a real rapper name, though.
whenever I took
Dr. Gray.
Uh-huh.
whenever
That
I
doctor in it.
Yeah.
the real doctor, the DRGRAY. Whenever I went down there and put the other picture up, I kind of focused on it, and it formed some type of ritual, something involving whatever the hell was in your basement.
He looks at you almost in a new light, like he's got a bit more respect for you, and says, really, I wouldn't have taken you to be a... Well, I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't been
What
in
you
that...
trying to say, boy?
Yeah. Just cracking the knuckles.
Slams his coffee.
I haven't been in that room in years. And
Suck down a cigarette.
I never could make sense of the drawings that she did, but if you gained some understanding from them that I could not, it might help you find her.
So, we have to meet with Melvin today, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he raised... I don't believe you guys told him necessary. No, you did, didn't you? Yeah, you did. You told him
yeah.
about Melvin. You told him
Yeah,
about Melvin. and Selena.
Melvin and Selena, yeah. I didn't tell him where I found the vial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got
Any
No,
developments
business.
on that front?
No, but we're still working on it. You know,
trying to
cases can't be broken in, a matter of hours.
trying to gain
That's not
trust.
yours. It's mine.
Maybe they'll let us in and we'll find something new.
Well, I wish you the best of luck there. I still believe that he poses a threat to the well-being of the city and possibly beyond that.
Priority number 1 is solving the Ripley case.
I can understand that.
So what time around are we supposed to be meeting Melvin?
I'll probably say that it's noon.
Yeah.
What time is it now?
It's like early in the morning. Probably like...
Okay, like early for
Yeah, it's like
normal
9 or 10.
people, early for me.
9 or 10.
9 or 10.
Okay,
That's
okay.
that's early for
That's for me. Some days people are like, yeah, I get up early at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You know?
Oh, dear God, no. That's still nighttime. That's not early.
That's
I
what,
guess
playing
It's like
Breath
I
of the
woke up in the middle
Wild.
of the night.
Breath of the Wild.
I guess
exactly.
the plan is
Sleep till
to
morning, 5 o'clock morning.
go meet Melvin and see if we can investigate that any further.
And this serum that you came across, it wouldn't have anything to do with him, would it?
No.
Alright. He's going to actually roll a psychology.
Again.
Against my fast talk?
Against your fast talk, yeah.
Yep. Oh, baby cakes.
All you said was no. No.
It is a success.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled a success.
Just a success?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You see his eyes kind of, they have a mistrustful look in them. He doesn't necessarily look like he believes that.
So
he doesn't press you on.
I didn't succeed that check.
No. He rolled really well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Well, anyways,
nervous.
we're going to gear up and prepare to meet
So-
Melvin.
So did Charles Gray just get an answer without getting an answer?
No.
It's like, you were so suspicious. Yes. I know
That no was way too quick.
Yeah.
No.
No. I used to do that as a kid. My mom tells me all the time. She's like,
But,
when you would hide things, you'd put it behind your back. She'd say my name, and I go, no. Immediately. Just wrap myself out.
But I'm going to make sure that I have my gun.
Mhm.
You know, I'm expecting this to go south.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
And here's the thing. Just expect everything to go south
Yeah.
all the time, and you'll never be surprised.
can I go up
Real talk. Good advice for life.
and can I grab like a book from the bookshelf
Mhm.
and like put it in my jacket?
Bulletproof armor.
No. I'm going to try something really dumb later, and I hope this works.
Is there a
Oh,
specific
no.
book that you want? Or just any?
Make it look as thick as possible, and and
Hardcover?
not like hardcover, and hopefully it's not like doesn't have like I'm not looking for like a drawing or anything like I want it to look as
Generic.
Tomey as possible.
Uh-huh. All right.
Gonna fake
I don't
this.
have any magic, but maybe I can fake it.
Okay.
Hey. It can be done. I've heard of it happening before.
Yeah. Listen, I have a fast talk check. I might be able to trick someone that I know magic. I've seen magic done.
Alright. So, you grab a book that looks significantly Tomey. You have plenty of old books.
Yeah.
You've got a library,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you grab a book. It doesn't have anything on, on the sides. It looks, old and dusty.
Yeah. Cool.
It's really like, the Farmer's Almanac or something.
Yeah. Hey, that works. That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal is to look like I know magic.
Yeah. I understand. So, you snag that. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do? And by the
Get
way-
my shot.
Yeah. You guys get your shot. It's typical at this point.
Make sure there's no bubbles in the needle.
Yeah. And he gives you all the bubbles.
Me in particular.
Yeah.
I always hated gangsters. Low life.
I want to make sure I have my knife, my nuts, and my bat on me. And is there like a flashlight I can slide in my pocket?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm bringing a flashlight. I'm bringing.
It's some sort.
You
Every time I'm in
start
this,
bringing flashlights.
bringing a
I remember
flashlight.
the-
Oh, places are dark sometimes.
Yeah, bringing a flashlight.
Oh, wow. Places are dark.
Bringing my blackjack. Bringing my 3 clips. I don't have the silver clip in the gun. It's just the regular bullets. But those silver clip is somewhere on my person.
Okay.
I'm making sure to bring the silver bullets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in case.
Tommy gun, handgun, and I don't know. Parker would probably want a light, but I don't know if there's enough flashlights to go around. I don't think we had more than 2, did we?
I think all of us bought flashlights.
Let's be honest. You guys have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're kind of rich.
I would say at one point we would have all picked up one.
Yeah. All right.
But
We're not gonna
We
Keep track of the nickels and dimes.
we are expecting
That's
this
a lot of
to
money.
we are expecting this to go south, correct?
Yes. It is winter.
Doesn't it always?
Okay. Just making sure that we are planning on a shootout.
Or worse.
Yeah, or worse. I guess we're going to dick around and, Fallout wait until noon
All right.
and
Fallout.
meet him at the Torch Club. Correct? Is that we're meeting
It's
him?
only, and you guys will need, of course, to account travel time as well.
Yeah.
But
Do I have enough time to stop and get a bulletproof vest?
if you know where to buy one, yeah.
Can I roll to see if I know where to buy one?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a firearms. This is rolling for contacts, essentially. If you have high enough skill, then you know
Nope.
certain things.
I do not.
Yeah.
I do
So
not.
you don't really know. Like, you imagine that you could probably buy one at a, not necessarily just any gun store, right? But
Would he have seen one whenever he went and bought his pistol?
probably not. It's not every single gun store that sells bulletproof vests.
I'm going
but
in. I'm
there
going
are
in with
certain
no-
ones you could find that
Going
probably.
in raw.
Going in. Hopefully they don't shoot the
In the
small
1920s,
guy.
I'd say that a bulletproof vest is probably a little bit less commonplace.
Yeah, no, I fully believe you.
No.
I am paranoid
I don't.
as a player.
And
But-
the character.
As a character, by now we all know that I am the over-prepared player. But yeah, I guess I don't have one.
Okay.
I'm going in without a
Of
bulletproof
course,
vest.
Parker might know. Parker might have that sort of connection, but
You'd have to talk to
I have
Parker.
to talk to Parker.
So
Already glaring.
Yeah.
Do we-
Immediately.
should we go in with other things instead of just our guns and our wits? Should we deck out beforehand or?
I honestly think that if he has something, he's going to fight us. Don't think bullets are going to be the least of our worries.
Okay then.
I watched him launch something at a truck.
So, I guess we're going in our regular clothes.
Woo!
And if I get shot in the stomach, I have 18 hit points.
In case I wasn't super clear when I described that moment, he didn't really launch anything at a truck.
Well,
It
he
was-
propelled a force.
Yeah, and then the truck caught on fire and exploded.
Yeah.
But
What Brian said, but Parker said.
we're going in
Take
without.
those words and just
We're
spell
going
them.
in, and I have 18 hit points.
I think we're all full up 21, 25.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I am squishy boy. I don't know what you guys want.
So
from me.
you're on the front.
Meat shield.
All right, so do we want to bring down the 3D map?
Yes, go ahead and bring it. Go ahead and move it.
Just
down.
in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
If things
Oh, there it
do
is.
go south.
I can have my bat in one hand, and you can be my shield, and I can just come
Grab him on
running
the back
in.
of the shirt.
Not a fan of that.
Oh, I thought you weren't allowed to do that, Bojamin.
And we'll worry about setting up tokens and just giving you guys a rough idea of where you all are. So, as you go into the room, into the club, you would see that around the central bar area, you would see Melvin and Faust. Not Selena, but a couple of his men as well. They seem to be waiting for you as you walk in. He gives you the head nod. Glad you could make it. Wanted to talk to you guys upstairs.
Well,
I guess we'll follow him.
yes.
All right.
Parker first in line. He doesn't care. He's been here
Yeah.
before.
Can
So-
I stay in the back?
Why not sit in the middle? Have two big boys protecting you. Well, one big boy and one typical sized man, I guess. I don't know.
So, as you all step into the elevator, it's a little bit crowded. It's you, Melvin, the three of you, and Faust. The other men stayed down at the base floor.
So nervous. I'm so nervous.
Wait, did you say you three?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
You messed
Who the
up.
fuck is this character you?
So there's 5 of us in the elevator.
Yes.
Okay.
But you would notice that Faust is looking directly at you, Benny. And he's not making any subtlety about it. He's glaring. Not necessarily like any ill intent in his look.
Cool.
He almost
Staring.
seems to be contemplating you.
Cool.
But it's also really hard to read. He has a face like a dead man. It's just completely.
If I see
do
him
I
during
have-
the,
do I
I'll
have
also
some-
stare at him.
Do I have something in my teeth, friend?
No, he's about to ask how much.
No, but seriously, do I have something in my teeth, friend?
You see one corner of his mouth kind of lift up in a slight smirk, but he doesn't say anything.
He's ready to smack them cheeks, boy.
How come I made enemies with the fucking, like, the boss? Like, what is that a thing?
He just finds you intriguing.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything yet.
So, the elevator arrives at the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Melvin puts a key into the side door, opens it up, and you all walk.
We haven't been in this room.
I have.
Bo?
Parker
Okay.
has. So you find yourselves in a very luxurious upper floor VIP area with a couch in the back, one-way mirror looking out.
No sign of
Sorry,
Selena.
one-way window,
Don't
sorry.
sit on the couch.
Looking down into the performance area and bar. And
No sign of Selena?
no sign of Selena now.
Okay.
Again, don't sit on the couch. Don't trust that couch.
So,
That couch would glow under a black light.
oh yeah, for sure.
So,
How I feel about this.
what's the meeting about?
So, Melvin leads you into the area with the seats, essentially. You know, there's a couch that basically wraps around the corner, and then a couple of little end tables and a couple of chairs. He says, "Please take a seat. I mostly want to talk about what happened the other night when we had that deal go wrong."
Oof. Guess we're talking
Is it
about-
alright if we stand?
I guess if you're more comfortable that way, then fine.
I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to stand.
So you stand, and Faust ends up standing right next to you.
Fuck!
Hey, Parker sits.
Yeah.
Parker
So-
sits in the chair he sat in last time.
He looks around at all of you. I did some thinking about it, and really it doesn't make much sense that we got attacked. Nobody knew about that deal except me, my men, and you guys, as far as I know. I'm not saying one of you ratted us out, but someone on the inside knows and is selling information to someone, and someone wants me or maybe us dead. Now I know you all have the same shit that I've got, and I think that's what they're coming after us for. So we're kind of in this together.
Agreed.
So basically what I'm asking is, you guys have anybody you think might have done this?
So, do I know exactly, like, what happened?
I'm sure we told
Oh
you.
yeah, you got filled in.
Well,
Hopefully this isn't too loud.
there is one person who we don't think is infected, right? That's in this room?
Who?
Then point at Faust.
Yeah, you would see that Melvin looks over at Faust, furrows his eyebrows. Maybe, but he was there with us as well.
Yeah, I was going to
He
say.
saved my
But-
ass.
I was going to say, it's like he created a pillar. or
Wouldn't,
something.
That was Melvin.
wouldn't it, I mean, what if that was the plan?
to nearly get me killed and then save me. I don't know. It's a weird plan. I don't see a motive behind it.
But wouldn't you trust him more if...
I already trust him with my life.
Maybe the plan went south, so he tried to cover his tracks.
Through this entire thing, you see Faust's expression hasn't changed.
I mean, not to, protect myself, but I have a whole bar full of witnesses that says it wasn't me.
I'm not accusing you all of trying to get me killed. They were after you as much as me, as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
But,
If you had died, then I wouldn't have had my money.
Maybe somebody talked and didn't think much of it. I don't know. All I know is that somebody knew about the deal, or somebody was coming after us for what's going on. And you were the only ones that I know of that know anything else about this aside from me and my men. I'm not accusing, I'm just asking if you might know anyone.
So, I'm going to send a little psychic connection to these two.
Alright.
Selena would know, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Makes sense.
But she was also there.
And then, verbally say, so who do you suspect?
Right now I've got a field by men that I don't really think are trustworthy, that I'm not telling them as much as I used to, but also I don't see why they would have done this. They don't have any chance to move up if I go down. So, really I don't have anyone in mind. That's why I'm asking you all.
I
I
don't
mean,
think.
we only talk to each other, I'm afraid.
Alright, if really is some mysterious outsider trying to get us killed. Now listen, if you all want to stay here, this is probably the safest place for us right now if somebody's trying to get us killed. Like I said, I figure we're in this together right now, so...
Is Faust just, staring at me?
Still.
No, he's not. It was mostly in the elevator. Right now he's just keeping an eye, the typical tennis watching of conversation, he's talking, he's watching them, and moving on. So, yeah, he's not just staring at you the entire time. That'd be weird and creepy.
Good. That'd be weird and creepy.
Isn't that Mr. Faust's MO?
That's true. That'd be weirder and creepier. Just lick his lips.
Gives you a little wink as it happens.
What do you two say about staying here for a while?
It's a nice crowded place. It shouldn't be too bad.
I go wherever you go, Benny.
Well, I guess we can stay for a few hours.
Wonder what Izzy's up to.
That's a good question. What is Izzy up to? She's sort of fucked off at something.
Puffed in, puffed up. But if you don't mind me asking, where's Selena at?
Oh, she's in the other room. Like I said, I don't necessarily suspect you all, but
What?
he points to, it's not going to go over well in recording, but he points to this wall right here.
Okay.
The wall to his left, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wall's his leftward wall.
Yeah, and he says, she's on the other side, listening in, taps his forehead. I can't really do that as well as she can. Just in case you guys tried to pass any secret notes back and forth.
Which we haven't. All we said is we're Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all we said.
Basically.
Well, I guess we'll stay here for a few hours. Do you mind if we explore the bar?
Yeah, and I suppose since we're business partners now, I should probably tell you about my little experiment. See, since I got this newfound power, figured that it's a great way to move up in the world, and use it to my advantage. But it doesn't really mean much. I'm just one guy, so I found a way to
Super soldiers.
give it to other people, and it doesn't always work out. But most of my men survived. Well, all of them survived. Some of them just not quite the same. Now, what Faust tells me is you've got to peek at that. Faust, he can know. And a few moments later, the memories come rushing back, seeing the infected individuals pulling at the chains that were holding them in, just like completely wreathed in this infected material.
Fun. Sounds like a party.
I'm going to try to play it cool
Mm.
and not act terrified.
Pale-faced.
Yeah.
From what I understand, and I'm not a scientist or anything, but it seems like some people, it gives powers. Other people, it just eats them up. Turns them into monsters. We won the lottery.
Not a very good lottery to win, if you ask me.
Yeah, another thing that I learned, which is why I say that doctor you guys have been seeing is a quack, doesn't spread on us. Not as far as I can tell. And it doesn't spread from us either. I can't infect anybody unless I does like a syringe motion with his hand and, give him my blood.
And have you been putting the blood in the alcohol that you've been serving, or?
God, no. No, just my men.
Then how come it's spreading to outside this bar?
See, we can't spread it. The ones that it doesn't work on, they can, and they do.
Great.
Great.
And at first I didn't have a great time trying to keep them corralled, you could say, if you got
And what have you been doing with them since you've replaced that room?
I've got a place where I'm keeping them.
They're
Good attack dogs.
Like I said, they're like cattle. They're livestock now.
I'm sure they are. Well, if you don't mind me, I'm going to go get a drink at the bar now that I know that it's safe.
Go for it.
And I'm going to start walking out.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Parker's been checking out his reflection in the window the entire
Okay,
time.
nice. As you walk out, Faust follows.
Ooh, someone likes you.
Do you want to hold my dick while I pee, Faust?
Oof. Dang, do you seriously say that?
Yes, 100%. And,
You see that smirk return, and he says, if you will excuse me, I had a question. You seem like a studied individual, and I couldn't help but notice he points at the shape of the book in your suit, which is still there. Do you practice the arts?
Is the elevator door open?
Bad German accents.
It's okay.
Is the elevator door?
Certain times I can do it.
Is the elevator door open?
We were just
No,
laughing
it's
at-
closed.
Okay.
He waits until it's closed.
Okay, I'm going to look dead ahead,
Mhm.
professional. I have begun to practice it, but I am no expert.
I would love to get a look at your collection sometime.
Maybe some other time when we're not being hunted by men in gas masks.
Well, of course.
So that's why he's been fucking following me. He thinks I'm a spellcaster. Okay, cool.
He said friend.
No, he's not.
No, but it's like in the playground where the kid here's that you play a video game, and they're like, I play that, and you're like, no.
I do have a question, though.
Please. Small child.
Was that a spell that you cast when you erased my memory?
Yes, I am not infected.
So if I asked politely, you could teach me to do something like that.
For a price.
Define what price?
Handy.
Depends what you can pay with.
He stops the elevator.
Smooth jazz starts to play.
For a price, stop the elevator. Everyone.
Do I get the creeping suspicion that he's not talking about money?
Yeah.
He's not talking about money?
Yeah, definitely.
Famous Faust, so sell your soul.
Yeah. What exactly is the price?
Well, for example, if you had any books in your collection that I would be interested in, I would take them as payment. You could also perhaps do a few things for me that I do not want to get my hands dirty with.
Such as?
You said suck ass? What?
Such as? Such as?
Ass?
As?
There are some people that I believe need, how to put it gently, to be killed.
I am not a I am not a hitman, Faust.
No one ever thinks when they are a little child, I want to grow up to kill people. You just sort of fall into
Wait,
it.
what? That's not what people do.
Unfortunately, I'm not very interested in killing people for you.
Well, then I suppose a book in your collection would do, if there aren't any that I...
Parker's interested in killing people. He won't hunt
Well,
people.
I'll think about it.
He nods his head. And at this point, the elevator's already, open.
I'm going to hurry out of that fucking door.
Okay.
Does he follow me?
No.
Cool.
I'm up there to say, hitting the button to say.
That is
He
creepy.
rises back up, it opens up. You just see Faust standing there.
Did you not go down?
I wanted a conversation. And he walks past you.
Walk in the elevator.
1 second. Sorry.
Alright, so I hit the button to go down.
Faust came in,
Yes.
went out behind you, and then you step into the elevator, go back down.
I'm just kind of walk around this, mosey up to the bar.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm at the bar drinking.
Yeah, Benny is at the bar drinking.
Nice whiskey.
John gets you your drinks for free.
Yeah, nice whiskey.
I'm gonna go get a very, very large glass of whiskey.
Alright.
But
I'm gonna look over to Benny and say, why did you get a weird look on your face there at the end?
I saw what was behind that door. What was really behind that door.
And what'd you see?
Take like a drink.
Yeah.
Nothing good. What they're doing to those people, it's not good.
So do you think it's a bad idea to be here?
No, because we do have a bunch of people to be in the way in case the Wendigo attacks. But we should be careful.
Yeah, you got a point, but I still don't trust it here.
No, we shouldn't trust them either, but
I ran into what's that weird fellow?
Mr. Faust?
I noticed that he went down with you, but then when I opened the elevator, he was still in the elevator.
Yes, he gave me an offer.
What? Kind of looks at you like all weird.
Um,
What kind of offer?
Well, I can either make sure that he has as many antique books, or become his personal hitman, and he'll teach me magic.
Did he get specific on who he wanted you to hit?
No, I don't think that I'm going to be capable of murder, so especially not for someone of Mr. Faust's character.
Maybe it's justifiable.
I don't think so.
Please kill this orphanage. We
Well,
hate,
okay.
we
Then
hate
just
parentless children.
take another swig of my whiskey.
Pumped up kicks comes on.
Listen, if you're ever sad, just punch an orphan in the face. Really gonna tell their parents?
Holy fuck.
But
Jesus.
But I'm going to just hang about like the bar area, just and just chill for a bit.
All right. So,
Mull over my offer from Mr. Faust.
what are you doing, Parker?
Checking out his reflection.
All right. Very nice. As good as always.
Let the
Great. 10 out of 10.
Let the
Yeah.
plot come to us. Like,
Okay. While he's checking out his reflection, he is going to... Where did you end up meeting Mr. Faust?
You're asking this from
Melvin.
Melvin.
with Mr. Faust in the room.
Yeah. Parker ain't scared.
Yeah, he looks over at Faust and says, he came to me around about the time that I started setting fires here and there, taking up some territory. He dropped by and offered his services.
So then he'll turn to Faust. How did you end up finding Melvin?
He smirks and says, I heard about him on the news. Well, you could say that I am drawn to men of power. They make my work much easier.
Gotcha. Alright.
Not a leadership quality. I prefer to work for someone who knows what they're doing.
To work through someone.
You see a slight smirk.
Interesting.
You could call it a symbiotic relationship.
So
Understood.
Melvin's being played.
But, basically, Parker's a pretty smart boy. He can pick up on that.
We're gonna. We just waiting till the plot happens at the bar.
Alright.
Yeah.
Now I'll get you killed and call it Cthulhu.
Yeah, Parker's going to actually ask, you happen to have a phone nearby?
Melvin nods. Yeah, there's a payphone down the stairs if you want to use that.
Alright. And he's going to go make a call.
Alright.
To him boyos.
Alright, to him boyos.
What the boyos doing?
The
Are
boyos?
they having a cold one?
Which boyos are you calling? The ones back in Louisiana?
Yes. Yep.
So
His homeboys. Tons.
So, they fill you in on the day-to-day. Business is running well. Anything in particular you asked about?
First off, I guess he's going to ask about the... Okay, they said that business is going good.
Yeah, going...
Okay.
Not necessarily great, but just,
yeah. Average. Gotcha. Okay. No odd stops, no, it's awkwardly good. Just too good?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I mean, they've still
Alright.
they've had a few snags here and there.
But the typical, nothing
yeah,
unusual.
nothing,
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
nobody's been shot recently. That's good.
That's a good day in the business.
It's a low bar to clear.
Yeah.
In this business.
It's like you've got, in your headquarters, just one of those billboards up that days since the last guy got shot.
Days since last death. Rest in peace, Ricky. Little thing of flowers.
Hear a gunshot, you just go over. God damn it! Rip the thing off.
1 week. You motherfuckers! 1 week. Can one of you stay alive? Do you know how hard it is to find men in the street? Not that hard.
But anyway,
You know how
shit
hard-
is riding
but,
my
but,
ass.
anyways, continue your bit.
Okay, sorry. All right. I was just gonna ask about the prison situation.
This is pretty much the same.
Nothing new.
No
popping
new
up?
information popped up, really.
That's not good.
There is one thing. I don't know if it really relates at all, but a couple of bodies in discarded vehicles have been found on the way towards. Looks like he's headed towards New York. Somebody's. Looks like they're hitchhiking and killing off whoever it is they take a ride from.
That's not good.
She sounds lovely.
That sounds fun.
But yeah, whoever that is,
Yeah.
good victory right there.
Yeah.
Good choice for a possible wife.
Or Wendigo.
But
Or Wendigo.
at the bar, just casually sipping my whiskey.
Alright.
Make some small talk with John.
Alright.
How's John doing?
How's John doing?
He's doing alright. Things have been a little bit tense since the attack. Security's gotten a bit tighter. A lot of people are suspicious. The boss isn't necessarily causing too many issues as far as that goes, but of course when somebody hears there might be a mole, everybody gets a little bit
Tense.
And
people
who do you
fingers.
suspect?
I never liked Flathead Tony.
That's someone that doesn't like
I don't
you.
necessarily suspect him if he's got the brains of a rat, but
Honestly, that could get you killed in this business.
Yeah. But well,
I just don't like him.
personal reasons or
He's just an idiot.
I got that vibe. I got that vibe.
Isn't that the movie?
But when you suspect, from
I mean, I hope it's Tony.
that doesn't
He doesn't actually care. He just
I
wants
think
to-
I think a little bit of brains is required to be a mole, correct?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think it's not me. I mean, I don't do much, but serve drinks. He says it's not him. Clearly it's him. Methinks he doth
Do I-
protest too much.
Do I see Parker get off the phone, or is he still on the phone, or? So
Parker says.
is Parker off the phone?
I believe so. Probably.
Yes, yeah, I know.
I'm going to mosey over to that payphone,
Okay.
and I'm also going to make a call.
As you're moseying over, you would see Selena walk towards you out of the crowd.
Ooh, spicy.
Smooth jazz.
Careless whisper. Is she sashaying or is she
Yeah.
just walking? Just like totally normal.
That's always
Sashaying over.
pretty
What?
much always. It's just a always on thing.
Well, hello there, Miss Swanson. What can I do for you today?
I wanted to talk to you about Melvin really quick. In private.
Ooh, spicy.
I don't know how private we can be. We're in a bar.
Yeah, she looks around. We should be fine right now.
Okay, then.
Sultry. The eyes. Look at the eyes. My eyes are up here.
I haven't told him everything, and I don't plan to.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean about everything?
I only told him a little bit about the doctor, and I only told him a little bit about what I know about the infection, and I didn't tell him about the girl at all. I know him too well. If I told him about her, then he would chase her down and want to maybe use her. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, no offense, Selena, but, he's kind of using the, fungus to, try to control the city.
I know.
And you're okay with that.
Yeah. What he controls, I control.
Awkward.
You know that technically makes us, adversaries, right?
So, you don't agree with what he's doing?
I can't say that I do, no.
Well, as long as you don't try and get in our way, you'll be fine.
And perchance, what happens if we do decide to get in your way, Selena?
No one would really miss you.
Damn, Selena took a hard turn. What happened to the soft-spoken, stuttering girl
yeah.
who wants you?
Yeah,
Man, sex will do that to you.
Is that a, I can assume that's a threat, then.
If you're threatening me, then I threaten right back.
It's not a threat, Selena. It was me putting all of the cards on the table.
I know how you are with cards.
Smooth. Damn, girl. Get him. Get him.
Because our goal hasn't changed, but
I
it
understand that.
appears as if yours has.
I don't believe the doctor anymore. This stuff doesn't spread. And because of that, I don't have any reason to chase down his girl. But if Melvin finds out she exists, then he will want to control her because that's how he is.
So
Yes,
why
sir.
are you helping us then?
I thought we were on the same side. I don't care if you look for her. I just don't want Melvin chasing her down.
Because what? He'll replace you?
See a flicker of almost loathing when you say that. I'm afraid he'll get himself killed.
Does the look of loathing look like jealousy?
Yeah.
Oof. You struck a hard chord there, boy.
I'm
Be
going,
careful.
and I'm getting ready
No.
to twist that knife.
Well,
Well, Selena,
can't believe Parker's going to be the last one to die.
I'd hate to say it, but you know you won't be young forever. And eventually, you'll just be another broad to him.
Even if I don't keep my looks, still got this, and she taps her head.
Not what I thought she's going to tap.
Yeah. Sets me apart.
I mean, he can infect any woman he wants, Selena.
What is it?
It's not-
You see her smirk.
Oof.
You know, that's... If
I'm
you
so sad I'm not here for this.
if you think that this infection is your trump card, then
We don't like that one.
I don't think that you I don't think you understand what type of man Melvin is.
We're white. We're not that white. Come on now. Don't use that word. That's not our word to use.
I understand him better than you do.
We'll see about that. But I would be careful around him if I were you.
I'd be careful around me. And she walks away.
My goal hasn't shifted. I'm going to the phone.
Okay.
He can infect anyone he wants. Yikes.
He can?
Yikes.
Bitch, he can.
Yeah, I mean, STDs spread very easily.
But like, I'm going to double check to see if like Selena has walked off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call I'm going to go
Yeah,
off and
sweet.
call my older sister.
Okay.
Does she pick up?
The phone rings for a long time.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
When she finally does pick up, she sounds different,
Not good.
worried.
Oh, okay.
What's the matter, Annabelle?
Oh, nothing. How are you? How are things?
Doing pretty good. I had a show not too long ago. It was the biggest show that I've ever done, so off to a good start there. How was the railroad man?
It's a long pause.
Ooh.
I haven't seen him since last night.
Ooh.
Starting to worry.
Ooh.
Do you suspect infidelity or?
No, of course not. He might have just went out with friends and forgot to tell me.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. You know, he doesn't seem like the type of guy to live dangerously.
What's
She chuckles at that. You're not wrong.
But how are the kids?
Oh, they're fine. They're still in school. Which, by the way, they're like probably around 10.
Yeah, give or take.
So doing well. Their grades are good.
How sweet.
That's good. Have you heard from Dad recently, or
No.
have you heard from Clarissa recently?
Too much.
Yeah, the newlywed life, it takes a toll on you apparently. Well, I'll let you go, and I'm sure he'll turn up, soon. I mean, I'm sure he's not off gallivanting around, things like that.
You should come visit sometime. We all miss you here.
Maybe I will. I kind of need a vacation. It's been a rough few weeks.
Yeah, well, good luck with your shows.
Thank you, and good luck to raising children, I guess. I'm not entirely sure.
That's about right.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Good luck to your endeavors.
hang up, and I'm going to go back to the bar. Yeah, go back to the bar. Bo, do you want to do anything?
Did I notice you go to the phone?
Yes.
Who'd you call?
No, Bo goes to the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a phone call.
I called Annabelle.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. Apparently the husband has been missing, but I'm sure he'll turn up. He doesn't appear to be a man who, lives dangerously or does anything like that. I mean, he never really wants for anything.
Did she ask about me?
Yes, she did. Asked how you were doing and everything.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She always cares.
Yeah. And I guess go back to drinking. Go back to drinking and things like that.
Always been so sweet.
I am going to mention the conversation that I had with Selena to Bo.
All right.
Parker's still checking out his reflection.
Yep.
I'm gonna look around to make sure that she's not like close by to us at the moment.
Right behind you.
What you talking about?
I kind of like whisper to him, like, do you think she may be trying to sell out Melvin?
I don't think that she's would sell him out, but she didn't mention the girl, and so we do have that going for us, is that we have a bit of a head start when it comes to that. If this ends up being a race.
Also, what do you think we've been getting injected by the doctor with?
I mean, I'm not a science man, but I'm sure
neither-
it's
neither
some sort of cure, right? Like,
Well, he said it would make it not move from us, but if they all have it, they're not taking any type of cure, and I don't see nothing wrong with them.
I don't think that we should
Do you think that maybe we would get cool powers like they have?
I don't think that they I think they're gaining their powers at a very steep price, and that is their sanity. And I don't think it's really worth it. They all seem to be a little unnerved.
It'd be kind of cool to shoot what he shot, though.
It would be cool, but I don't think it's worth the price that he had to pay.
What is his price?
Sanity. His brain.
His brain, the fucking crazy people.
He's gonna be a nut.
No, they're crazy people.
Same.
So what around what time is it now?
Oh, it's probably about 1:30 or so.
Okay. Nothing's really happening.
Club music going.
Is anything happening around the bar?
No, not really.
Um,
People are drinking, chatting. It's not a very crowded point.
God, I hope not. It's fucking
This
2 in the
time, so
afternoon.
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But
Club's packed.
yeah, club's packed all the time, 24/7.
Club going.
Well, maybe
It's mostly his
Oh,
men
too.
right
Yeah.
now, and they're just like socializing.
maybe we should gather Parker and make a trip to Dr. Gray's house.
No, I agree.
Yeah, for a beach episode.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to go upstairs to get.
Grossly abusing
Parker.
the Hollow Earth to take vacation.
I'm
Oh
going.
yeah, definitely.
I'm going to go up
100%.
to upstairs to try to get Parker.
Okay.
Who's all in that room by now?
Right now, it's in the VIP lounge.
Yes.
Did you stay up there the entire time?
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
You went down to get a phone call though.
Yeah, I think he went back up though.
Okay. So yeah.
I don't
right
think
now
I
it's
mentioned it, but yes, he would have.
Parker, Melvin, and Faust.
Well, okay, what I'll say, Parker went down, made the phone call, probably grabbed a drink and went back upstairs.
So no sign of Selena.
No.
Parker. Is that Pearl? Is that Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Is that Richard Cheese?
Yes.
But Parker, I think it's time. We have some other matters to attend to today.
He's going to raise himself, nod to Melvin. I got it that time. Nod to Melvin. I'll be off. I have business to attend to. He's gonna head for the elevator.
Yeah. See you around.
See you.
You guys take care. Watch out. Don't get killed.
They don't
Raise his cup a little bit over.
Um,
Doesn't look back. Just keeps walking and raises his glass a little. An acknowledgement.
That look of
He's like, did you drop that dice or are you rolling something?
so I'm going to head back downstairs.
Mhm.
Parker in tow.
Yes.
And gather up Bo, and then I guess call for a taxi.
All right. So You guys all get together, get into a taxi.
And I don't know the address, but Bo does.
All right. So you all take a shortish taxi ride to Dr. Gray's manor, which is a very large place.
As we get there, I get like a shiver go down my spine. Let's just pull them back up here.
Yeah, it's like a mansion, essentially. There are, there's the nice mowed front lawn. It's gated on the outside. There's the fountain with the like the pull around driveway, fountain in front of it.
There's 2 subfloors.
The architecture is mostly marble and. Pausing again.
Do they let us, or do we just kind of slide in? Like they just let us in?
So you arrive at the gate.
Yeah.
And probably have an intercom. Is that
I doubt it. I doubt it was. I doubt they had a
It's
thing.
radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead, essentially, when you arrive, there is a gate guard.
Yeah.
Who asks who exactly it is.
Yeah.
When you give your names, they open the gate.
Okay. We go on. We're gonna go. Do we know if Dr. Gray's home?
Well, when you arrive at the front door, the the cab driver looking genuinely astounded.
It's a big house, I know.
Yeah. When you step out of the cab, question: do you tip him? Okay. Do you tip him generously?
Yeah, maybe $5, something like that.
Okay. He drives off looking happy.
Yeah.
So you can imagine being a cab driver, right? Mm-hmm. Arriving at a place like this and then getting stinted on the tip.
But I guess we'll go on. I guess we'll go on and knock on the door.
Yeah. So you knock on the door, and after a few moments, the door is opened, and you see a man in his middle ages, wearing a tailored suit. Hello, can I help you?
Is Dr. Gray home?
No, he's not currently around. Are you
Benny?
Benny?
Yes.
I take it this is Bo and Parker?
Yes, yes it is.
Well, the master said that you are to have free access of all rooms except his study. So, and he hands out a set of 2 keys.
Okay.
It's basically you recognize these.
The shiver goes down the spine again.
He said that you ought to have these.
I want to reach up and take the keys.
I'm going. Does he follow us around?
No. He's not the butler from Tomb Raider.
Okay. Then
I want to tell you about the study.
I'm going to make he mentioned don't go into the study. My first fucking goal is the study.
Well, I want to tell you that's where I originally found the keys.
Yeah, first place, study.
Okay, first place, study.
Door locked?
Yeah, door's locked.
Not anymore.
No, hold on. I'm going to try to push it to see if it was like it was before.
It's not.
Damn. He got me with that.
I'm going to open it then.
All right.
With my mad abilities to open unlock doors. I actually don't make it.
Dang.
Can I push it and try again?
Okay, so as you're, working the, you would notice first off that this doorknob brand new.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. Wonder why.
As you are, moving the rather delicate instrument.
As you've noticed, I broke 3 or 2 doors already.
You have a good
strange resistance. You're not used to this. It's you're not sure if it's a new type of lock, but as you try and push the pins up, there's a resistance to it.
I'm gonna get down and look a lot .
Yeah. Now you're essentially getting to the point where you're going to have to be forcing your tools, and you could damage them or the lock if you fail.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, that is a I want to spend a point of luck to make that an extreme success.
Okay.
Wait.
Looking for.
I was starting to say. Okay.
I want to spend a point of luck to make that an extreme success.
Fine.
It's already. Do I succeed because it was a success? Do I mark that or no?
No.
Okay.
No. You wouldn't if it wasn't.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that luck point.
Okay.
So As you're pushing against
kind of a
the
badass.
tumblers, it's very strange to you. You're not sure if it's possibly some sort of magnetic lock or something, but the tumblers have fairly decent resistance against your tools, and you worry that you might break them, but you manage to push them all into place. It takes you quite a while. It takes you about almost 8 minutes, which for you is awful.
Long. It's long. It's a
Yeah,
terrible
it's
time.
really awful.
But
you do manage to pick the lock without breaking your tools.
Okay. Cool.
Although there were a few times where it was very close.
Yeah. So I'm going to push open the door, and I'm going to unlock that door.
Okay.
In case we need to come back in here. And I'm going to
So he knows we
look.
disobeyed
You hear
his
loud,
rules.
as you unlock it, you hear a loud clack inside of the mechanism.
Oh no! I'm going to look around.
Mm-hmm. You see a fairly typical study. It has, a collection of books.
I'll go.
We're immediately being recorded.
You see a desk.
I'm gonna peruse the book collection first.
Can I go try to find the book that I pulled before?
Yeah.
I'm gonna peruse the book. I'm looking for anything arcane.
All right.
Intriguing.
And I get advantage on this roll because I have keen vision. That's a success. Just a success, though.
All right.
And that is same thing.
All right. So the only book that you find that really strikes your fancy in that regard is a book called In Regards to the Occult.
Hmm.
It's a newer looking book. It's not a very thick book as books go. You would say that it's probably got a 150, 200 page count. Although it does look nice enough.
I'm going to replace it with the Farmer's Almanac.
Oh my god.
Because this thing is like a thick ass book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially like a thicker than a Bible.
Yeah.
Yes, or say, will it fit?
Yeah, so you really have to wiggle it in there.
Yeah.
And go over and push one of the bookends out of the way. And,
Yeah.
But you managed to get it.
Bookends hanging off.
I'm
like
going
an inch
to
from the
then wander over to his desk and see what he was working on.
Okay, so you would notice that his desk, there are a few letters, a few different currencies, not American currencies, but different currencies, and a magnifying glass. From what you gather from the letters, you've never really asked about his work aside from what he did.
Yep.
On North Brother Island.
Yep.
But it would appear that he seems to be in the business of checking for counterfeit. That's what the letters seem to imply in the currency.
Intriguing. He's like, yeah, that was totally counterfeit. That bitch.
I'm going. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not really, no.
In his desk. Okay.
I mean, on his desk. You haven't been inside the desk yet. That's the
Yeah. Alright.
I guess I'm gonna try to unlock his desk.
Alright, so you unlock the desk.
You want me to roll for it?
No.
But I want to be able to maybe improve it.
Okay, fair. Roll for it.
It's like, I want that freebie. Let me automatically.
What was that?
That's a 19. You succeed.
Yay! That's an extreme success.
Why are we even rolling this? Even if it's hard, you're still gonna get it. You've got basically 100.
I want the point.
I don't blame you.
Actually, I also passed my spot hidden check.
Yep.
So I'm going to peruse his desk, in his desk.
So you would know that it seems oddly empty.
Is there I'm gonna start looking for a secret compartment or something. There's something like that.
Roll a spot hidden.
He's fishy. He's fishy enough to have shit like that. That is a success, just a regular success.
Regular success. So you would notice as you're patting down that the bottom drawer, which there are a few things in the drawers, but your typical, pencils, letter opener.
Yeah.
Nothing you would lock a drawer for.
Yeah, obviously.
Not even any notes of any sort. You would notice, however, that the bottom drawer is completely empty, unlike the others. And as you look down into it, you'd see.
I didn't even roll with advantage. No, it doesn't matter. Forgot. Spot hidden.
You would see that the bottom drawer there is a spot in the dust where you can make out the outline of something. Looking closer at the outline in the dust, it would appear to be the outline of a gun.
Would I know what type of gun?
From just the imprint that's made in the dust,
Yeah,
but
okay.
a gun was probably... It looks to you like a gun was removed from this drawer.
Okay. So that's something. It's something to keep.
Although it's not like super thick dust, it's like almost hard to really see, but you're searching around pretty closely.
What kind of gun does it look like?
Yeah, to keep an eye out. Well,
it's hard to tell from just dust. It's like,
it
oh,
doesn't-
that's a gun. There's the trigger. There's the.
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot in here, with the exception of him having a gun in his drawer, which is no longer in here. Maybe we should go down to the sub-basement, which is where you found the room, correct?
Charles Gray
Is
coming out of the basement.
Is that where you found Annabeth's room, or was that the basement one?
Well, there's his basement, and then there's like the sub basement.
So
I found Annabeth's room on the sub basement one.
As you're having this conversation, you hear a knock at the door.
He would knock at
The study door?
the study door.
Surprise, bitch.
I'm going to open the door and just kind of like peek my head out.
You would
Hello.
see the butler.
You had one job.
Oh, this study. I thought he thought he had another.
Yeah, yes, friend.
You were asked not to enter the study. This was the one room in the house you were asked to keep away from. I would ask that you exit this room immediately.
Okay, but honestly,
Absolutely, friend.
who the fuck tells someone not to go into the room? It's like you have full access of this house, except this one room. Don't go into this room or else.
It's like he asked us to.
Exactly.
All right, friend. We're going out of this room.
All right, friend. We're a bunch of toddlers. We have no self-control.
We're going to head to the basements now, if that's okay.
Parker wasn't actually in the study, by the way. Parker was probably in the kitchen checking out to see if he had any booze.
Fair enough.
I was in the study. 100% fucking in the study.
Oh yeah, we know.
He looks upset, but he doesn't necessarily.
Also, the one
I will be
criminal.
telling the master about this.
That's fine. We understand that you were just doing your job.
About us being in the study.
Yes, it's fine. I'm willing to accept that. If you don't mind me asking, how did you know that we immediately broke your request?
The door.
He looks at you for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Well, I heard you inside, but also, you strike me as the kind that wouldn't follow such a request.
Just kind of like lean in. It's like, then you probably shouldn't have made it.
I didn't.
I want to lean into him just because I think I get this roll pretty finely. And Charles hates me at this point for breaking into his house. How about, since we're leaving awfully nicely, how about you just forget about us going in here?
You want to make an intimidation?
Yeah.
All right.
So I just remember I have
My God.
I have bonus on it.
Oh yeah, you do have a bonus die on it.
I finally remembered it.
Roll a bonus die.
Yes.
That's
16.
a 16. That's an extreme success.
Yep.
All right. Well, he rolled really well, but that's not within his extreme. That would be within his hard.
Dab on him.
He rolled a 21, so
Yeah.
Dang.
pretty close to extreme.
Good.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Scary.
a super strong willpower.
Yeah.
Whittle nervous.
A little
You
nervous.
see him, sort of take a few steps back. bit of bead of sweat appearing on his
He's a
brow.
big guy.
Reaches up with his sleeve, pats it away. As long as you didn't take anything from the study, otherwise I might lose my job.
Of course we
Never.
didn't. We just looked around.
I was giving I want to pat him on my shoulder and be like, I just go.
Okay. The only criminal, like actual criminal, is in the kitchen looking for alcohol. And these motherfuckers.
Listen, we're grifters. We made that painfully
I
obvious.
was just along for the ride.
Yeah, Benny's the grifter,
Yes,
and Bo's
yeah.
just along for the ride. And I'm going to wander
Bo in the distance watching Ben
to
do
the
hood rat shit.
to the elevator
Just like I
with and
Are
open.
you going alone without...
I'm going with
Parker?
Bo.
You gonna go without Parker?
I'm gonna send a message to Parker saying that we're heading to the basement.
Question, did I find the booze?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any in the fridge. It's,
The
in the
Frigidaire.
cabinets. And you would note that he doesn't have anything... everything that he has is classy alcohol. Finely aged wines, probably brought up from his wine cellar. Different... he does have a few whiskeys.
Acceptable.
But, nothing that's cheaper than $100.
Hell yeah.
But
Cool. Parker's gonna pour me a glass.
All right.
And take it with him.
you're coming with us?
To the elevator, yes.
Okay. So as soon as the elevator door closes, I'm going to start reading that book as we're waiting for the elevator to descend down.
All right.
Benny's gonna summon demons in this elevator, and I'm not
Just
about
peruse the book.
All right.
it. Are you reading aloud?
No, not out loud. I'm not an
Okay.
idiot.
Okay.
Down.
That's what I'm saying.
At,
Yeah.
at the
It's like
first
all
stop.
in backwards Latin. You're like,
It's
But
just an IKEA catalog.
I'm perusing the book, seeing if this is
Elevator starts
something
shaking
that
like
Faust
it's
may or may not want.
So looking through it would seem
Parker's
to be
trying not
not
to
so
drop
much
his glass.
a instruction manual, but a detailing of happenings in a cult, things that have come up in the last couple of years. Different cults that have popped up, talking about names and places.
Any names that stick out to me? Or...
Not really. Nothing that would be like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's almost a history of recent happenings, and it doesn't necessarily seem extremely useful by itself. But if you were to track these people or these locations down, you might be able to find out a bit more.
I'll keep it.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it. But I don't go insane reading this book.
No.
Cool.
You don't go insane.
So I have a list of possible magic places to go
Pretty
to.
much,
Okay,
pretty
cool.
much, yes.
As we're descending down, I want to say the first floor was really nothing special. It's just I kind of decrypted the code in her room, and it kind of shows a weird ritual. The subfloor 2 is where it kind of gets
Well, we'll stop
funky.
it. We'll stop at both floors.
Did you say funky or fucky?
Funky.
We'll
I
stop
love
it. We'll stop
Open the door
it.
to
We'll stop
I found a
it.
new
We'll
style.
stop at both floors just to be
call
on
it disco.
just to be on the safe side.
All right. So you would arrive at the first floor.
This time.
No, this time we have fucking flashlights.
So you would see
clicked.
the hallway at the end of the elevator shaft. The door is actually standing open. The light inside is on.
I shut that last time.
I'm going to one hand I'm going to immediately draw a pistol just in case. One
Parker
hand
takes a slow
I'll,
sip.
one hand with a gun, one hand with holding the flashlight,
I'll go first.
and just
I'll go first.
Parker will go last.
yeah. I'm in the middle. Hand
guess-
on gun, hand on flashlight.
Nah.
Yeah.
Parker's just holding his glass, just walking like normal. Hand
So
in
you're
pocket.
walking along with your flashlight, so you can see the room, the light on. As you're walking towards the room, you get about halfway down the hallway, and then all of the lights, your flashlights, the light in the room that you're going towards, blink off.
Damn it! Even when we remember to bring them, they're still useless.
For a split second. When they flick back on, you can swear where your beams are pointed in the doorway, you see a silhouette of a female figure. But, a moment later you blink and it's not there.
She wasn't here before.
Maybe
That bitch wasn't here last time.
Maybe we should be careful walking into this room.
How close are we to the doorway at this point?
At this point,
Yeah.
You are probably 20 feet away.
Let's walk about 10 feet up, and I'll go in.
Okay.
Parker takes another sip.
Yeah, we're just.
Eyebrows slightly raised this time.
We'll let Bo go in first, but
I want to see if it looks the same.
I've got a gun drawn and.
So, you walk in, and in the room previously you had arranged sheets of paper, the drawings, in a way that made some sort of coherent sense. Now you see that the papers are scattered around on the floor, crumpled, and some of them look ripped.
I think I pissed someone off.
I'm going to reluctantly follow him into the room.
Right.
I'll explain about the how all the things on the floor here I put on the wall there and arranged into what made sense, but now they're how they are now.
It's just like paper and stuff, right? There's no like bedroom, or there's like no bed or anything.
Oh yeah, this looks like a.
Is there anything like
there is a rack that holds coats.
Yeah, there's
is
a coat rack.
is there a drawer of any kind or?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk to the drawer and see if it's open.
Alright.
Is it open?
Yeah, it opens up.
What's in the drawer?
So inside the drawer, you slide it open, and you can see there's a comb, a few different like old caked makeup, and something wrapped in a bit of towel.
I'm gonna pick up the bit of towel and.
Fits in your fist. It's not really large, whatever.
And I'm going to like unwrap the towel and see what's in it.
Okay.
Just peeking around the shoulder.
holding it unwrap and hold the towel is like surrounding whatever it is.
So as you unwrap it, you see a small china figurine with it looks like a woman in a red dress with the face scraped off with what looks like may have been a razor.
Fun.
Hey, Parker. Do you want to do your psychic thing with the this figure?
He just offers up his hand. He has the figure placed.
Just kind of place it in Parker's hand.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna roll for it. That's a 7. That is... Fuck, I don't know. Hold on.
What's her?
That is a hard success.
Okay. As your finger makes contact with the figurine, give me a moment here. As your finger makes contact with the figurine, you would see Parker's eyes roll back into the back of his head. He begins to convulse violently.
Party time!
Parker, you are immediately transported.
Fuck.
You can see you are in the center of a crowd of worried-looking faces. They're looking down at you. You're laying on the floor. You're cold. You're wet. You're not sure what's going on.
Am I naked?
No.
Whew.
As far as you know, you're like...
That's the worst kind of dream, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue, sorry.
You know, you like look down, you're wearing what looks like an inpatient's gown. And as you see one of the people, the worried faces, reaching down to, take your shoulder, help you up, you see his face beginning to melt. He begins to scream and you see fire burst out across him. The figures all around you begin to catch fire and are simultaneously cut into pieces and begin to fly outwards. Suddenly everything around you is on fire.
So this totally belonged to Annabeth, you guys. Cool. Reminds me of the boat.
Yep.
Rest in piss. The boat.
Yep.
Cool.
And your vision goes dark for a moment, but you find yourself once more on the shore, on the far side of a familiar river.
Mm-hmm.
And
Guess what the fuck that was, dudes? The boat.
Yeah.
you hear your voice, but it's not your voice, just constantly muttering, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Don't like that.
Does Parker come back to us?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you see?
Room's haunted. The kid that we brought from the asylum.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned a boat
Mm-hmm.
where everyone burst into flames.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw everyone burst into flames.
Cool. So we know that belonged to Annabeth.
By the way, as soon as he came to, he dropped the thing.
It falls to
Immediately,
the
yeah.
ground and shatters.
You want to pin that on your board?
Maybe we go down. There's like nothing else in this. Like,
Yeah, the room is covered in sheets of paper that have been taken from the walls and scattered around. There's a bed. There's a connected bathroom.
I'm not
It's
touching
a
the bed.
room. It's essentially.
I'm going to go into the bathroom.
And I mean, the bed is nice. Like, for what it's worth, it looks like this is a nice room.
Checkpoint.
Can I go check
Look
under the
down, sleep in
mattress?
the bed. Checkpoint.
Can I go check under the mattress?
I'm going to go into the bathroom. See what's in there.
You look under the mattress. You do find a collection of pages. You're looking through them. You're going to the bathroom?
Yes.
All right. You go into the bathroom. You see a toilet, a shower, mirror.
Cupboard.
Yeah. You would notice that the mirror is smashed.
That's bad luck.
As long as you're not the one that smashed it.
Is there like a cupboard anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like on the mirror.
Yeah.
The ones that you.
Yeah, and I can see through it. Is there anything in the?
No, there's a back to the mirror.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like one of those
I'm going to
medicine
I guess
cabinet.
pull the mirror back and see what is in the cupboard.
Just various different bottles and toiletries, things like that.
Nothing important.
Nothing that strikes you immediately as being important. You would notice that there are various different types of medication. All of them, there's no markings on the bottle. It's just a bottle with pills in it.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother.
Chug a few, see what
Yeah,
happens.
I'm going to just close the cupboard back and
Like candy.
head back out to the main room.
Okay.
Was there anything in the pages that I was kind of...
Yeah. So looking through the pages, they are different from the ones that were drawn and put up on the wall. The ones that were put up on the wall had direction to them.
Yeah, they had a purpose for being there.
had a purpose.
Ritual thing.
These look more like the drawings of a child. And it doesn't necessarily fit with everything you've been told, because from what you heard, she was in her teenage years when she went missing. These look like the drawings of a much younger child. But they're all very disturbing in their own ways. You would see images of something that actually looked very similar to what Parker described.
Do I get?
People on fire,
Uh,
a boat sinking.
I'm gonna
do you want one for the court?
I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna reach my hand out to grab the papers, and I'm looking I want to see if they're like looking at the drawings on the wall and the floor and stuff.
They're all just scattered on the floor. There's not.
Well, I would.
There was a purpose
I
to
wanted
them?
my question wasn't that. My question was, were these written by the same hand?
Make an appraise check, I believe it would be.
Tough roll, Kale.
No, it's not. That's not good.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. There is some artistic talent in the pictures that have been, the younger.
Well, my next question is, as someone who has like a pretty solid understanding of like psychology, does this look like a sign of child abuse?
Or neglect.
Or some sort of like trauma
roll is psychology.
Some sort of trauma is coming out on this paper, because that's how kids, vent, and they'll write, and
I'm thinking that Charles Gray has kidnapped someone.
That is a
39.
39.
Mm-hmm.
It's a success.
Yeah, in your opinion, with what you know, it seems possible that the traumatic events that she went through could have possibly caused some regression in her mental state.
Gotcha. It's more than I was expecting to get. I'm going to pocket those drawings. I feel like those are important to have. And then I guess look at everyone else and go, so should we go to the sub basements now?
You should really prepare that it's not the same as what this is.
Well, we should at least go investigate it, shouldn't we?
You could also, if you wanted to, just so you know that the option is on the table, and I'm not just being like, no, you can't look at it any further. If you wanted to take the time to try and reconstruct the mural,
we heard what happened last time. we're not fans.
No, it's what they ripped down. I guess they didn't want us to know that it was a ritual on the next floor.
I don't think that we all need to go crazy. Right, Parker? Maybe we should just leave this room alone.
I mean, there's really nothing more that we can find out that I don't already know from the room. Because the pictures, they just aligned a weird ritual to what's on the subfloor too.
So we just leave and we go to the sub-basement then. Correct, Parker?
What exactly was the ritual again?
Damn it.
It talks about a egg on the next floor down. It talks about how it's not really trying to hatch, but move.
Rituals to transport the egg?
Well,
They didn't have any instructions.
Just
but
like
that's kind of what it was
rubbing
depicting.
like the bridge where of my nose. We're going to rearrange the room again, aren't we?
I can try.
Yes, just you rearrange the room. We'll do it.
So, Bo, are you gonna try and put the pictures back where you remember them being?
Yeah.
Or where you think they should go?
Yeah.
Roll a Cthulhu Mythos.
No, it's arts and craft. It's like scrapbooking.
It's my tough roll.
We're doing a puzzle.
You can have a bonus dice because you have seen it before.
Probably won't happen.
13?
I mean, do you want to roll for the crit or the? It's a 13, which isn't.
No.
13 it is.
So
that isn't a hard. It's just a success. Unless you want to put a point to make it a point of luck to make it a hard.
Can't.
No,
I have to save my luck.
It is a success though.
So you watch as Bo.
Is that a skill that you get to improve?
What?
To Cthulhu Mythos?
Cthulhu Mythos?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no?
It's not a skill that you roll
You don't
at the
get
end
to
of
improve.
the
No.
Okay.
You don't get to mark it.
Okay.
No, okay, so you don't get
You don't want to mark
That's the reason
it.
there's no box.
Yeah. You don't.
But as you are
Listen, I will
slowly-
never be up here
It
in
goes-
sanity. I do
goes up
stupid
as
shit.
you
Like
see
50
more.
is
Yeah.
maybe my max.
and as you seek out more as well.
Yeah.
So
Like that.
over the course of 15 or 20 minutes, you watch him, picking up these pictures and arranging them
A Rain
on
Man,
the
the
wall.
shit.
He does take a few down where he's like, no, that's the wrong spot. Puts it back.
Turns it upside down, puts it back.
And
Puzzle together.
as he does this, as you watch this picture before you being constructed, you would slowly understand what it's getting at. What you've already heard from Bo a few times.
Parker's still sipping. Wait, question.
Say.
Did he drop his whiskey?
Yeah, you probably dropped your whiskey.
No.
The glass didn't shatter, but
Is there anything left?
just like a little tiny swig.
Okay, he's savoring what he has left.
So it's not just necessarily the implication of a hollow earth, but that the earth itself is
An egg.
an egg, that its entire purpose is not to house human life, but rather incubate something living within.
Is that 25 Cthulhu mythos for us?
Well, it depends. As you continue to watch, you can see that the picture describes a ritual that takes place at several key points across the world where temples have been constructed to carry out this ritual, which may have already been done before in the past. You're not sure. However, the ritual is not to wake the creature that is being incubated, instead to cause it to shift dramatically and change the alignment of the equator across the earth.
Would you kill everything?
Would that make a flood? Sometimes, like Noah's Ark.
Probably. And
Are you telling me you just call it Cthulhu the Bible?
Did you just call Cthulhu the Bible?
maybe. So you can see as well, if you study this closely, just from a academic standpoint, you can pick out several locations across the world where these temples have been constructed, and it seems like to shift the equator in a certain direction, you would activate the ritual at certain of these locations. You would notice that one stands out very quickly is the pyramids in Egypt.
And the sand.
So, do you want to?
What did I tell you?
Do you want to take the time to? Well, first off, before we go any further, do you choose to believe the implication?
I am want to believe.
I am want to believe.
All right,
The
so
skeptic is going to believe.
Parker, do you believe everything that this mural implies?
I mean, I literally brought you sand.
That he did.
Yeah,
He pocket sanded me.
it's
Like, why would I like...
with the evidence is we're surrounded by it, and it's like, nope, that's real.
So, do you choose to believe Parker?
Does Parker believe? Do you believe in love?
Benny does.
Okay.
Benny sees the evidence laid out before him and accepts it.
I don't want to, but Parker would.
Okay.
He is.
Yep.
So, both of you take 1d6 plus 2 sanity damage
He's.
and raise your Cthulhu Mythos to 25.
That's 8.
What is your current?
44.
44?
Mhm.
All right, so you are indefinitely... well, actually, you get to roll an intelligence check to see if you...
I'm right behind you, boy. 7.
7? What's your sanity?
My sanity is currently. Oh heck, where am I? 68.
68?
And you said that
Yeah, you're fine. You're not indefinitely insane.
You said that was a intelligence check.
Yeah, and you're actually trying to fail this.
Trying to fail.
Yeah.
What?
I'm good at that shit. Oh my God.
It's bad.
Yes,
But bad.
yes.
Right.
But that's
So,
bad.
as the full implication and the full, you understand that this is true, and everything that you've known about history, it lines up and clicks far too much. And it becomes apparent just how tiny
I'm
you are.
scratching my Cthulhu Mythos sanity out that I'll never get back.
Yeah.
25,
Well,
correct?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? What do I do?
You just take that sanity. You are currently temporarily insane. You get sort of the same, same vibes where it's like, oh shit, this is real.
Mm-hmm. But he's superstitious anyways.
Yeah. For Benny, everything you've known sort of is turned on its head.
Yeah, it is.
You realize that many events in history line up, and
It is a reality-defining fucking
Great
moment
Flood?
for
Yeah.
Benny.
So real quick, sorry. What do I mark out?
essentially
Up to 76.
Up to 75 or 76.
It's 76.
76?
Yep.
Good gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me.
That's as high as your sanity can be.
Okay, well. Honestly, not
Question:
that bad.
Is your Cthulhu Mythos currently higher than your sanity?
No.
No, it is not.
Okay.
My
well,
sanity
no.
is now 36.
All right.
How'd it get at 36?
So
I had 44.
it's
It's
getting down there though.
46.
It's getting down there.
46.
Mine's only. Okay, wait, how many points did we get? 30? Or
I
25?
started out with 50 because my power is 50,
All right. And
so I had less to deal with.
I'd like you to roll
I had
a
power
D10.
35.
Roll a D10 and tell me what you get.
Me too.
Just a D10.
Oh, just a D10.
Yeah.
Do you want me
just
to roll
one
it?
D10?
Okay. Do you want me to.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. All right. 3.
Are lower numbers good or?
We don't know. We'll see.
All right. So, dice real quick.
I don't like it.
Oh boy. All right. So, you are suddenly not worried that you're being watched, but fully certain that you are being watched. Something
Tasty.
outside of what you understand is looking in and watching the group that, what is going on right now. You feel as if you are part of a plan that you don't understand.
Bro,
You are-
I've been a U.S. citizen for a while now. I know what that shit's like. I always feel.
You are being controlled and manipulated in ways that you can't see, and it is
American government right here.
It is terrifying. So for the next 10 rounds,
Okay.
you have an intense bout of paranoia.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds like my whole life.
And do I roll
Exactly.
anything?
Okay.
Somebody's watching me.
So I'd like you to roll a d10.
Is this a D?
Nope.
No, this is not a D10. This is a D10.
Yep.
I'm rolling this one.
Go for it,
I'm
man.
rolling not mine. It's a 6.
It's a 6.
Uh-oh.
Worse.
I don't like the
yeah.
scoff.
I don't like that you
I feel
scoff.
like we always roll this one.
Uh-oh.
Do I
I'm
pa-
gonna pick a different one. Roll
Do I-
again.
Do I pass out?
No. Fuck that. That's like the
Indefinite
fifth time.
insanity, was it?
That's a 9.
That's a 9. All right.
Fun.
Ooh, yay!
Oh,
That is
boy.
fun.
Okay.
Let me reference a chart.
I rolled a
Oh.
6 first, you son of a bitch. What was the 6?
That's faint, but then we've done that like.
No,
6
I
times.
faint.
He's like a fainting goat. He just.
This one's more fun.
No, I fainted.
Too bad he said re-roll. You
Okay,
gotta take
you want to
second
know
roll.
the chart I'm rolling? You get yourself a new phobia.
Yeah, I fainted. I rolled the 6 first.
Okay, you faint.
No, I want to hear what the phobia is.
I know, it's like phobias
No,
are fun.
fuck you. I rolled a
I was gonna
6.
say,
The keeper said re-roll. You gotta keep the new roll.
Because
That's keeper rules. That's
he
keeper
wants me to
rules.
re-roll because
we always get faint.
That's
We
stupid.
always
Fuck
faint.
you. I fainted. That's the safe option for me.
I mean,
wanna
you
hear
do
the
still have
phobia.
indefinite insanity.
That's fine. I'll accept that.
Yes.
But I faint.
Let's see what you would have gotten if you were fun, Steven.
Yeah.
You would have got 70. You would have had a fear of birds.
Yeah, exactly. I rest my case.
You would have become Derek.
Birds!
I rest my case.
Yeah.
I faint.
That's one big bird!
That's safe. Just like as soon as I like pass out, just Noah's Ark and just pass out.
I like the birds.
Nope.
I also like the birds.
Fuck you guys.
See, if I end up getting it, don't worry, Brian. I will make sure I can't make sure I roll a 9. But
I roll a 6.
I would accept it.
I rolled a 6 first. That's what makes me mad.
I know. You passed out. He allowed it.
Yeah. Okay. So
I accept my fear of birds.
So you watch Benny pass out, and you just start muttering under your breath about being watched.
Eyes. Sorry. I can see them, hear them.
Bo, you were the only sane man right now.
Yeah, he's
I
Rob, I've been there before.
I've already had to do this shit. Like, I got fucked up here.
Yeah. He's like, I did this alone. You guys are doing this with friends. Tired of this shit. No one includes me. No, I'm just kidding.
But are we just gonna wait until I regain consciousness, or what? What's the plan?
Unless there's something that you all want to do.
Parker pours what's little left.
I'll just like grab him and throw him up on my shoulder and be like, "Let's go down." And we're just gonna try to wake him up on the way down. That's what it's like.
Alright.
Pour a little bit of the whiskey on him.
So yeah, you carry him on your shoulders. So for the foreseeable future, until you get your indefinite insanity cured, any further sanity loss at all, even 1 point, will cause another bout of madness.
Well,
Cool. I don't want to go fucking down.
Hmm?
I want to go up. I want to go out.
So
He's unconscious. We're going down.
you were prepared for this. You press the elevator button, it begins to trundle down. Parker, you weren't so prepared.
yeah.
After the first 15 minutes, you're beginning to get a little bit worried. You're already
Antsy.
fucked up in the headlight.
I'm just like,
Already was. That's not good, you guys.
You begin to fear that this elevator isn't actually moving. The movement is subtle, it's just shaking, and instead is just dangling over an endless void.
They're playing yo-yo with these guys. Something like that.
nah,
About halfway down,
This is normal.
you wake back up. You're in an elevator.
Where are we going?
up. And just throw him off me.
Do I believe him?
Now, do you? You can't tell. In an elevator, you can't tell if it's going up or down.
Are we in a state of free fall?
Are you lying to me?
Well, since there's nothing that you can really do about it, we're going down. We've been going down for about 20 minutes.
Are there controls?
Yeah.
I'm going to immediately get in front of them.
Can I try to punch the controls if I
There is no emergency stop.
Immediately grab him.
Okay. So I'd like you to roll a fighting maneuver.
He thinks he's gonna win.
Yeah, he thinks he's gonna win too.
What am I rolling?
Just roll your fighting. How many builds do you have over him? You're at build 2.
Yeah, I have 0.
2.
Okay, so you get 2 bonus dice.
So that was a 46, which is a hard success, correct? It's a hard success.
Well,
Hard success.
46.
46.
that's a
46.
What the
Do
what
I-
are the odds?
Alright, you roll opposed.
I only get 1 chance.
Oof.
Fail.
Alright. So yeah, he drags you away from the controls.
Yeah, damn it.
Man,
I'm gonna
I feel
listen.
like we've been here before.
You really need to prepare, because this is no house room. This is no cave. This is nothing we've been in. But this is no sewer. This is nothing we've seen before, or at least
Everything that I knew was a lie, and we're going to the belly of the beast, and you're telling me
technically
that
we're going to the nest.
we're willingly doing this.
Well, I've been here before, and it's mostly don't get lost.
We can just go back up.
It's okay.
That's where the safe option is.
Choking it up.
Oh,
No,
by the way,
just the-
did anyone, before you did the understanding, because I know you suddenly shit hit the fan, did anyone take the time to note some of the locations?
I was unconscious.
Yeah.
Don't think so, Bo.
Okay,
What I
Other
kind
than the
of remember
pyramids.
because I did it twice.
Yeah. So a few locations that, just really quickly before I forget, because my memory shit. A few of the locations, obviously, the pyramids in Egypt.
Yeah.
One's Brazil.
Yes, one of them is in Brazil.
That's what I was freaking out about earlier. I was like,
Yeah. But
There are a few in Mexico.
cool.
There are a few in Hawaii.
Beach episode. Boy, there's so many beaches in these places.
I guess we're going to wait until the elevator
There's-
descends.
Just dotted across the world,
Yeah.
but those are the ones that really stick out to you as being like near or on the equator.
Alright. So yeah, we'll just go continue traveling whatever direction the elevator's actually going.
Yeah.
Maybe down, maybe sideways. Who knows?
So it eventually comes to a stop, and you find that it's very, very warm down here. Not necessarily hot.
Just gonna go.
Warm.
It's like musty.
Here we go again.
Oh,
Watch
shit.
out! Watch
Here
out!
we go.
Watch out for volcanoes.
The door
Oh, wow.
slides open, and you can all see standing in front of you a archway door
Okay.
of smooth black stone with runes inscribed along the edges. And in this doorway is not another room, but just empty void with a staircase leading out into it. You can see distant lights pulsing in unison like a heartbeat.
We can just turn back. You know, we know that,
I was
right?
gonna- You can either walk by yourself or I can carry you.
I'm going to walk out and like look at the runes with like my
Yes,
flashlight.
yeah.
Like look at the runes.
Alright. So look over the rooms.
Yes.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a roll your education.
Roll my education.
Roll your education, because language other when you don't have it is just based off your
10.
education.
That's an extreme.
Okay. So you would actually recognize the runes as being either Slavic or possibly Germanic.
Cool.
You know enough history to know that the Vikings
Yeah.
would have made their way this area at some point.
I'll miss the tree.
I guess I'll take lead.
Real quick, Parker wants to try and I guess, memorize some of the runes.
Alright.
What would I roll for that?
That would be an intelligence.
Okay.
Do we have like?
Try and memorize.
Do we have like I think we talked about like an investigator's notepad.
I don't know. You never really mentioned it, but you do have a certain perk.
Yeah. I'll use resourceful to have a fucking
Okay.
notepad on me,
Alright.
and I'm going to start jotting down the runes.
What'd you roll for your intelligence? Was it a 100?
It was a 100. Fumble.
Alright.
That shit really fucked me up. I'm stupid. That shit fucked me up stupid.
Says you're
Like,
getting
no
close,
joke.
and
Okay.
looking over the runes. You get real close. Squinting your eyes. You trip and fall into the void. No.
That's honestly what I thought was gonna happen. He's gonna slip and fall. Just like,
Bye, Parker.
yeah.
But I'm going to start
it's
like
the scene all
jotting.
over
But
again.
like,
This
use your
guy
luck and
Potter
it's
right
Spider-Man
now.
save because everybody gets one.
I want to start jotting down some of the runes in like a little notepad.
Alright.
What happens to
A 1920
Porker?
You
screenshot.
get
Yeah.
you get kind of like your eyes feel a little strained. So within the next couple hours, your next essentially like spot hidden or anything really to do with your eyes is going to get name penalty.
Okay.
But that's what I'm going to spend a few minutes doing, is jotting down the runes that are on
And
the arch.
since they're indents, any of them that you can reach, you can actually put a piece of paper and just do the
Sketch.
sketch and get a perfect copy of it.
Imprint.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just spend a few minutes jotting down the runes for future reference.
Right. Ah, shit! I missed the perfect opportunity. I just realized that the stone is perfectly reflective, and you just catch a brief image of yourself, and you're just like, oh damn, I'm handsome.
Yeah.
Just get stuck there.
But that's what I'll
You
spend.
Medusa yourself.
That's what I'll spend.
Damn.
That's what I'll spend a few minutes doing. Is just like jotting down like the runes and
So
stuff.
you now have a couple of the runes. You can take these back to a library and possibly get a reference and see what they translate to.
I'm looking at
Parker
like
just
the
forgets that while he
pathway.
was getting that close to the runes in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Damn, boy.
I'm looking at see if the pathway's the same as before.
As far as you can tell,
So it's stone up to the at this point.
yes. Although you would notice one thing, and it's apparent to you but not the others because you've been here before. The pulsing is much faster right now. The heartbeat is
That's like the wall.
not the walls, but the strands of webbing that run
Yeah, the wall.
horizontal and vertical and diagonal across the room. They're orbs of light in them, and they're pulsing all in unison, but they seem to be going much faster right now.
Ooh.
listen,
I'll say
Oh my god.
before we go any further, maybe we should head back up. And I'm saying that because maybe if we're going to go off and end up in a different country, we should be prepared for that.
Like with
And not just wander in with what we have on us.
currency.
We should be prepared and not, you get what I'm saying. It's not me being a coward this time, it's me being prepared.
Yeah, maybe we could
And also we
try
still,
to figure out what these stones.
yes,
mean.
we need to do research and know what we're getting ourselves into, because I 100% believe that this needs to be dealt with in some way. But we still have to deal with Ripley. We still have to deal with the Wendigo. There's other things that we need to attend to first, and we need to prepare for what appears to be an international excursion. We don't have the resources on us right now to do something like that. Do we all agree?
Yes.
So we're going to head back up then.
Sounds like a plan.
Might as well. We are ill prepared for this.
I'm going to head back to the elevator.
Alright.
And we're going to head back up.
Alright. So,
And as we're heading back up, I just want to talk about the scope of what we've wandered into.
yeah. You got a brief glimpse into that room,
Yeah.
and with your knowledge of what you saw on that wall, it would appear to you to be the quote-unquote center of the earth.
Yeah. I'm well aware of what we were dealing with. I just wanted to not take a point of sanity and deal with that shit all over again. So.
Well, you understand and believe what's down there, so you're fine unless something else shows up.
Okay. But we also need to prepare for what's happening, and I need to get my psych evaluation done. I am not okay.
Parker's just gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
Parker's probably doesn't deal with his mental health in a healthy manner.
But that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
As we're heading back up.
All right. So the elevator trundles back up. Takes a long time. Takes a good. The paranoia has passed for the most part. You're feeling a little better now, a little more calm.
Good.
Shuffling my cards as we wait because I've got nothing else to do.
It arrives. I take it you guys went to the base 4.
No, all the way up. Yeah, the mansion.
Yeah.
So, it arrives with a little ding. The door opens up. Where are you guys going to go?
I think we should try to go to a library to see what those stones meant.
I agree, unfortunately.
Then I think we should maybe try to acquire a different form of currency, or at least have some different forms of currency.
Yes.
Hmm.
I want
maybe
to...
from where the pyramids was, because I'm assuming it's probably some way to connect portals to each of the
I do
pyramids.
want to go back real quick, and I want to go see Faust, because I think I may have something to give him.
Well, if you give me your paper, we can meet at the library, and I'll go try to find what these mean.
And what are you going to do,
By the
Parker?
way, did you do a detailed, essentially writing out everything in order?
Yes.
Okay. Just to see your accuracy, I want you to roll an archaeology for that one.
Fuck.
A failure doesn't necessarily mean it's completely botched. We're going to see how well it goes.
What's archaeology?
That's a 1. Have fun.
No, it's a fail. I'm not spending 23 points to get it to be a success either. So I fail.
Okay. Alright, so with that out of the way, you are heading to the library.
Yep.
You are going to Faust.
I'm going, yeah. While on the cab ride over, I do want to take like my notepad and like jot down like the names of some of the cults. So I personally have it
Yes.
too, just in case.
You would notice that there is actually one located in Brazil as well.
Okay. But just like jot down some of like what the cults are and where they're located. So I have things like that available to me.
All right.
But I'm heading to Faust.
All right. So you head to Faust.
Um,
Parker.
Honestly, I think Parker would accompany you with that.
Okay.
He's curious about this Faust guide as well.
All right. And Bo, you are
Library.
going to the library.
You may want to contact Izzy.
We're bad at library checks. We're not good at this kind of thing.
I wouldn't really know where she's at to contact her.
Yeah, this is also true.
So I guess we're
Reach
winging
out.
it. We're winging it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Library.
All
Fuck
right.
it, we got this.
You pull up and she's there.
Like
But
we roll
I've been here the
big.
entire time.
We roll big.
I'm
I've been
going
locked in this
to
library for like 3 weeks. Where
walk
have you guys
up
been? I've been trying to contact you.
who
Heading to the
the
librarians.
then which one are we doing first is the question.
What kind of mythical creature is that?
Yeah, which one are we doing first though?
We will start with. We'll start with Bo.
Okay.
Probably that's a lot quicker.
Yeah, probably a lot quicker.
So I'm assuming that he probably told me it was probably what would you say
Slavic or
Germanic.
Germanic mentioned
So
the
I'd probably go and
Vikings.
try to like
The Vikings.
pinpoint something like that.
All right. So this library use isn't necessarily to find that information, but to translate those runes using it.
13.
Huzzah!
Holy shit!
Mark
it!
Mark that. Mark that shit. All right. So you spend about.
Uncharacteristically unlike Bo, he manages.
Is he who?
Don't know that, but
That is
So,
I was trying
shocking
to
to
impress
us.
her, so I got my book knowledge up.
That is
Aw.
shocking to us.
I can read books.
So
This isn't the comics.
you of course speak to the librarian and get all the books that you would that might help you, and you find the information fairly.
Epic music montage. I'm going.
Oh yeah, going through books, making notes.
Uncharacteristically unlike you.
And after about
Love
2
it.
hours, you have a rough translation. And it doesn't necessarily make sense in a sentence, but you do catch on the key points that the runes indicate. Those being the roots of something called the World Tree, Ragnarok, and Hell, which is the Nordic underworld, essentially, but also
Yggdrasil,
gods.
Ragnarok, and HEL.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You can't fool me. I've read a comic book.
Oh yeah.
okay.
So those are the notes that you take away.
Cool. And I'm gonna. I guess it's like. You had it. Did you rip the paper or hand me the notebook or the notebook?
I ripped that. I had to.
I'm gonna flip that over and just jot that down.
And in your reading, because you did roll, you're reading over these books as you're translating the ruins.
Got a success.
It would really a lot of the mythology really lines up weirdly well with what you've seen down there. Like the strands of webbing could very easily be considered roots of some sort of tree.
Can I try to find something with the things I've seen down there? Could I try to find something that would further into that with maybe talking about Hollow Earth or something like that in that general tone?
Well, not necessarily, but the mythology of the Norse mythology is just very all over the place. But a lot of the mythological talkings about Ragnarok would definitely seem like something that might happen if the egg hatched, into the world. Also, hell, the underworld, definitely would be something that somebody might conjure up if they were to see down there.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Brian's like, all religion, steamroll that shit.
Oh yeah.
Your Bible, explained.
So are we at the bar? The Torch Club?
Yes.
I'm going to walk in and I guess I'm going to just head straight to where the VIP lounge is, assuming that's where Faust is.
So,
hello, boy.
You don't actually have the key to get in.
Yep.
But as you arrive at the elevator and just sort of stand there, the door opens up and you see Melvin looking at the two of you. Glad you could.
Oh my God! How did that feel?
Well, join me, I guess, and good to see you're still alive.
We just kind of showed up uninvited.
Is Faust there?
Like, oh.
Is Faust there?
No, you don't see him.
I'm looking for Mr. Faust.
Yeah, he's out collecting books, from what I hear.
When will he be back?
Well, probably an hour or two. But I can also tell you where he is if you wanted to go out and find him.
Where would he be?
He gives you an address and essentially says it's a bookstore.
So lame.
Is it like nearby?
It's like within probably half-hour drive.
I am going to take the elevator back down and head to the bookstore.
Are we calling a cab?
Yep.
Because
Are you staying or are you going with us? With me?
Parker would probably join.
Okay.
Actually, what is it that... Well, I guess he would ask. And are you headed somewhere? Where are you going?
To
Melvin.
Melvin? I'm staying here for now. Why?
Just wondering, didn't know if
Do you want me to come along?
Nah.
I just want to talk to Mr. Faust about something. I can go alone. I'm not worried about, being in any danger, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's a bookstore.
Yeah,
You get a bad paper cut and die.
Exactly. If you want to stay here, Parker, you can.
I guess splitting the party is a bad idea. Never mind. Okay.
Split.
He's coming with.
I would rather go alone if that's okay.
Oh my
Okay.
fucking God!
Okay.
You and Mr. Faust hitting it off.
I keep
Wink, wink,
He-
nudge, nudge.
on accident.
We have a
Parker does chuckle at that. Da-da.
business arrangement, if that's okay with you.
That's what they're calling it now. Yeah, that's fine. I don't judge.
And then I'm going to try to get to the bookstore before Mr. Faust is gone.
Parker is just kind of covering his mouth.
But I'm going to run to the bookstore before Mr. Faust is gone.
Alright.
Keeping a straight face.
Yeah, doing your best to.
Yeah. Mr. Faust, maybe not so much. But this face, straight.
But that's my goal, is to get there before.
Alright, so you would arrive at the bookstore and you see, as you do, you see a rather nice car that looks like one of the gang's cars.
Yeah.
You would notice that one of the windows in this bookstore is shattered. And as you approach the front door, you would see two larger men standing at the entrance to it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're blocking the entrance. You hear someone from inside shouting. They sound somewhat frightened. You hear a slamming sound.
Mm-hmm.
You hear shattering glass. And then silence. And a few moments later, you would see two men step aside, and you see Faust, who's wearing his business suit, straightening his tie. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Burkham. And then he sees you.
Mr. Burkham?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see under his arm is a book. You see him look at you as he steps out. Look of surprise, but not necessarily negative. Just surprised to see.
Gonna just
Slight eyebrow raise.
Slight eyebrow raise.
pull the book out of my jacket. I want you to teach me a few tricks. And just hold the book out.
To call them tricks is a disservice to the art. Tricks is what you perform on a stage.
Ooh. He's not wrong. no lie detected.
I want to be able to do what you do.
I would like to see that book. He reaches his hand out.
I'm going to hand it to him.
He begins flipping through the pages. He furrows his brows after flipping through a few of them, looks at the title, and says, "Interesting, there's no author credited." He then begins to flip through the pages again.
Fucking big ass.
I believe this is apt payment.
Big Zach.
Holy fuck, he just gave a journal. Dr. Gray's journal.
Listen. The alternative, I think, was worse.
Depends on who you ask.
Then we've got ourselves a deal then.
Ooh.
So I will teach you some of what I know. Come, let us take a car.
No, you got it.
And I'm going to get in the car with them.
Alright.
Honestly,
And
though,
I'm
Parker and
going
Melvin,
to go off.
bros.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
Totally
going
had a bro
You're-
moment right there.
You guys are
To-
drinking and just laughing it up.
And I'm going to go off. And I'm going to
You
go
see the way
off
he's looking at him in the elevator.
and hopefully learn magic.
Alright. So, during the car ride, he says, "So, what exactly are you interested in learning to do? What would you like? What fabric of reality would you like to bend?"
What
What are my options?
yeah, what fabrics of reality are there to bend?
Well,
Where's the
if you know enough, all of them. What I can teach you, however, is sadly a little more limited. You may already know that the alteration of someone's memories is simple enough if you understand what you need to do. You could also cause suffering, anguish. There's the ability to
Oh shit. What was that?
stop a heart from a distance, although that would
And
take
my earth shaker.
a long time and personal sacrifice to learn.
Excited up until you said that.
I picked
If
it
you
up.
were perhaps interested in summoning something, or seeing a snippet of the future,
Calm down, Axel.
Yeah. That's always a good go-to, isn't it? Well, I've spent my entire life learning what I consider to be true magic, and now this whole world of, rewriting reality to be what I want, and I want to be able to do all of it. I want reality to be under my control.
He smirks. A man who enjoys control. I can respect that. What if I told you there was a way to bend others to your will completely?
German accent out the door.
Yeah, I cannot do the German
I
accent.
cannot do this. But it just turns into something.
Yes. Like
Just
Dr.
picture
Gray.
in your mind German accent. It always just becomes vaguely British.
But
No matter what I go for.
It's okay.
I would, that's why I like altered Benny's
Right.
accent, because it was like hard for me to do. So I like
That's why I
it
don't
got
do an accent,
it
because-
got altered to be more doable for me and more easier to understand. But
More easier? How dare you?
easier to
grammar?
understand.
How dare you grammar like that in my presence?
But I am willing to learn whatever it is you're willing to teach me.
Does the idea of dominating another interest you?
Oh, he's a bottom.
Well, why do you have to phrase it that way?
He looks confused, and then smirks a little bit, and says, "That is not precisely what I meant. Your language is. I struggle for the right words sometimes."
Let him. He's doing great, okay? Learning a second language is
But,
hard AF. Let him.
Yes, I would like to be able to bend people to my will, just not in a way that you're sounding it to be, if that makes sense.
I want to dominate them, but not sexually.
Yes.
The roll of willpower for this poor guy. Yeah, he blushes a little bit, which is weird.
I'm not. I'm not hitting on you. I am straight.
Yeah.
I just like the hardened,
The dead eyes.
Yeah, dead eyes. Just like at this point, like he realizes it's not even necessarily that you're hitting on him. He just realizes like everything he said was an innuendo up to this point. And staring at you.
Yeah.
And he's like,
That's why I look so uncomfortable.
Yeah, like
Dang.
the level of bro, like I want to learn magic, but that's it. Like
I don't know what kind of magic you're talking about.
yeah, but
Put the leather
so
away.
do we have ourselves a deal?
I think that we do.
Sorry.
How long will it
No, it's not the accent. I'm
how
just-
long
What I said.
will it take me to be able to do things and control reality?
Not
The-
people.
I would say that if you are diligent in your study, within 2 months.
Well, let's get started then.
All right.
All I can think of is Cards Against Humanity, like German torture porn.
Yeah.
Like it's all I'm thinking of right now. I'm like, oh no.
But
Diligent study.
Ooh. Well, the club's going to see Benny a lot.
And this is a good spot to cut.
I mean, I'm good to keep going if you guys are. There is
I
still
don't-
stuff we haven't covered yet.
I don't.
No, I gotta work early.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut here. Okay, cool. Yes, sorry. There was one more thing. Yes, go ahead.
So, after probably 2 or 3 days, I take it that you were all resting, relaxing.
Yes, I'm. Yes.
Trying to regain a little bit of sanity
Yes.
after all the revelations.
I'm learning magic.
Is there anything particular that anyone wants to be doing in the next week since we're here now? I know you're learning.
I'm gonna be.
You're learning magic,
Yeah.
Benny.
I
want
do
to
want
study
to.
Norse mythology.
Study Norse mythology.
Yes.
All right.
I do want to like try to get my insanity taken care of too.
Yes. All right. So how are you going to go about that?
Probably go to Dr. Gray,
Okay.
since we know that he can do shit like that.
And Parker?
Parker's going to probably stay at the bar
Mhm.
and try to stay in large groups of people at all times.
Okay.
Still pretty paranoid about this Wendigo.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I'm gonna try to multitask and take care of my sanity, and also learn how to do magics.
All right. So you were away from the home quite a bit.
Uh-oh.
However, one day when you arrive, the phone is ringing as you open the door.
Pemberton residence.
You pick up the phone and you hear the almost unrecognizable voice of your sister Annabelle.
What's wrong?
You can tell she's been crying a lot. They found Anthony. He had an accident on the road, and now Ruth is gone. I don't know where she is.
I'll be right there.
All right, and that's where we'll cut it.
It's Parker Barrow. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.